I'm Tim.
I'm Sean.
We're two guys with too much time. Coming up today, we've got some old anime, some new anime, a little bit of con, and a bit of gaming. Let's start with the anime. First up, EX Driver. It's kind of an older series. Three main characters being Soichi, Lisa, and Lorena. It's not the best of animes, but as far as old ones go, it is pretty good. The premise of it is this. They are in a futuristic world in which cars now drive themselves. These three people are elite drivers who actually still have gas-powered cars. They're some pretty amazing cars, too. Lotus, Super 7, that kind of thing.
Fancy sports cars?
Fancy sport cars, yep.
Cool.
And so what they do is they track down these cars through essentially racing through the streets, blow them up, and that sounds wrong. They blow up sensors on the car so that the car is forced to come to a stall. Like I said, it's an interesting premise. Not the best, but if you like the older anime, it is actually rather good for that. For new stuff, Tales of Vesperia just came out. It's a prequel to the game. Those who've actually played the game say that it is a very good prequel. Also, coming out is Hetalia, coming out on the 3rd of this month, actually. 4th season. And we've got Ergo Proxy coming out for the complete box set. I'm actually kind of excited about the Ergo Proxy. It's one of those series. It's been out for a while now, but it's a great series.
I haven't seen any of those animes you just said. Not a single one. Yeah, sorry.
Get you caught up.
I keep being told to watch Italia, but it looks too cute.
Crude and kind of annoying.
One of these days I'll watch
except for
them,
when
probably.
it's funny. Crude, annoying, or funny. That's Hetalia.
All right, I guess I'll take your word for it.
Also, coming up, we've got Wasabi-Con coming up at the end of the month. It's going to be 27th to the 29th of July. We'll actually be doing the video game room there. Well, not us, but our Kitsune-Con video game room will be doing it there. Didn't make the first one. This is their second year that they're going to be going out, but it is kind of exciting. They've got some pretty cool things lined up.
Hoping to make it this year.
Yeah.
I had to go last year because, well, I work a lot, but I've been trying to make it to 2 more of the cons, and I've been doing pretty good. But Wasabi is one that I haven't been to yet, but hopefully this year I can go.
Okay. Well, I hope to see you there. Also, for games, well, first, let's start out with something very important and near and dear to everyone's heart. That's Zelda. If you haven't played Zelda yet, you need to. It's part of being a good American citizen. Please, take the time. I know you're busy. I know you've got things to do. But this just needs to happen. More specifically, A Link to the Past. Kind of the game that's really started it all. Now, you can say that the older NES games did, and to a point you would be right. This, A Link to the Past, is the first game that really kind of embedded itself into culture on its own sake. Yeah. And it kind of made a couple of really big jumps as well. It had some great graphical standards for the time. You didn't really see that kind of level of graphics in a Super Nintendo outside of that so much.
It was easily one of the classics. It made it kind of made Zelda what it is today.
It really did.
It was the first game that introduced the Master Sword, which is now a Zelda staple for any of the series. And it was actually the first video game to have rain.
Yeah.
The first console game to actually incorporate rain as a time of day or as a weather increment, whatever. Yep. And it actually looked good. Mm-hmm. The colors, the kind of cartoony feel looked amazing, especially for the Super Nintendo. The graphics were amazing, fun to play. Yeah, easily a classic of the series.
Also newly out, Lollipop Chainsaw. Sean, why don't you tell us a little bit about that game?
I didn't have a lot of hopes for this game. Usually with games that try to focus on being sexy or vulgar or violent, usually, suck.
Yeah.
DOA, Extreme Beach Volleyball, Duke Nukem.
There was a cheat for DOA.
There's a cheat for Duke Nukem.
That game sucked, though.
The the Grand Theft Auto series, and I mean like the older ones, like 3 and San Andreas, they tried too hard to be offensive and vulgar, and it just wasn't any fun. It got kind of annoying. But Lollipop Chainsaw was awesome. The game was great. The controls were tight. The fighting was fun. The characters were cool. Lots of colors going on because with the FPS franchise nowadays, there's lots of grays and tans, and this game was a nice kind of break of color. The game starts really slow. The first level, you have no combos. Everything is 2 swings, and you have to pause. But once you get to level 2, the game really picks up. It kind of feels a lot like Ninja Gaiden, just with a really sexy main character. And
Okay.
Throughout the whole game, just the controls. Cool combos. You have a dodge button, and if you're near someone, you'll just jump over them. You can just keep continuing all of your combos. So you kind of find yourself dodging pretty much any time you have free time because you know that there's something behind you that's going to hit you. Because there's some boss battles where there's just enemies just everywhere. But the game was just overall really fun. And they kind of make fun of the fact that they have a main female sexy character. So you don't feel really creepy playing it like you do playing DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball. Of course, I've never played that game, of course. But great game. Really short, though. I probably beat it in 9 hours. One good sitting. So I would definitely say rent it. Great game, fun game, great beat 'em up, cool storyline, great characters. The bosses were all very unique.
If I understand this right, she has her boyfriend's head that she carries around along with her chainsaw. What's up with that?
In the first level, it's going to be kind of a spoiler if it's the first level, so I don't care. Her boyfriend gets bit by a zombie.
Okay.
So she cuts off his head and uses magic to keep it alive.
Okay.
And then she just carries it with her on her belt.
So she is a cheerleader. She's a hot cheerleader. She hunts zombies. And she's a necromancer.
She knows magic.
I'm in.
Great game. Again, rent, not buy, not a lot of replay value, but definitely should play.
Okay. Lollipop Chainsaw. Rent it, don't buy it. Next up, Alive. I Am Alive, actually.
I Am Alive. Xbox arcade game. I don't think it's for the PlayStation Network. I don't honestly know. I don't play PlayStation too much. No one really hears a lot of these Xbox arcade games because there's so many of them out there. You don't go to the store and buy them. You just buy them online. I got the demo though, and I had to buy the game.
Okay.
The whole game, it's in this earthquake ravaged Chicago, so it's kind of got this post-apocalyptic feel to it.
Okay.
And
anything mystical about it, or just post-apocalypse?
It's kind of post-apocalyptic.
Surviving.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's gangs kind of taking advantage of it. There's families just trying to survive. Some people you need to help, people you need to kill. But it's more of an adventure puzzle game, not really a run around and shoot 'em up. So it played a lot different than like Fallout and
Do you get
the
to shoot
thousands
people?
of other. You do carry a gun, but it's empty. Bullets are very, very, very rare because usually all the gangs have them.
Makes sense.
But all the people you meet, they all have different character traits. Some may be hostile, friendly, defensive, territorial. So kind of depending on who you meet, you have to kind of study their movements, see what they're acting like, to see if you should pull out your gun and try to bluff them and scare them, or if you just need to just move away from them and leave them alone. That was the part that I had a problem with. Was I just tried to run in, just killing everything, and I died a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But the game it's great. It's kind of a nice break from the first-person action, running, shooting, to have a nice adventure
Puzzle
to it.
game. Yeah. I'm a fan of puzzle games. Okay, I'm Alive. Buy it, don't rent it. You can't rent it, actually.
You can get the trial version, which
yeah.
is free. So if you have Xbox Live, get the trial.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I guess that just about wraps it up. I'm Tim.
I'm Sean.
Be safe.
I have played it like a week or two.
Sounds recording.
Haven't touched it.
I'm Tim. I'm Tim.
Okay, let's actually do a take. right, ready, Sean?
I'm John.
I'm good now.
Hey, we had you guys too much time. Let's talk about that.
Look what I can do. I really slapped myself kind of hard. Alright.
Rolling Star time.